welcome to yet another amazing stream of mine. Yes, I hope you can all hear me. Whoa. Yes, yes. Ah, now I'm here. Hello, Hazzy. Yes. News. There is news? I got news, but yeah, by the way, I was gonna try and do a little stream and try and paint this little bird. Well, I say little, it's you see how fucking big it is. But I've already pretty much slapped. Oh, there's some, I think there's some debris in there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've pretty much slapped the base color on here. What the hell is this? Is this a chip in the paint? How dare it chip at that point? Oh, I have to reapply it. Huge news. Says Hazzy, Total War Warhammer 3 DLC after the current one change. Nagash is returning. Oh no. Oh no, the big bad guy is finally coming. He is here. The end times are coming. Do you think they're gonna do the end times? Gash is coming into the DLC called Lords of the End Times. Ah yes, the final DLC. Oh, it's so Joe over for the setting. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god. Not even the final DLC? Damn. It's not even the final DLC of the entire game. And they call it the End Times. False advertising. No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's... I'm just gonna use some black color in order to apply more of a coat on here. Whoop. Just some nooks and crannies that I need to put some black paint in. It's because can you come over the end times, or will you... Can you overcome the end times, or will you bring them yourself? Ah, I see. Yes. Can you weather the tide of endless rants and undead and chaos? Coass. Endless chaos. Let me see. Let's get it flowing a little bit better. Apply all of that in these areas. Damn, I should probably just, next time I do this on a big miniature, I should probably use like a spray can, because I hand painted this entire thing black. That was less fun than I imagined. Oh, and I keep fucking almost just knocking the damn thing over. And there will, as he says, there will apparently be end time scenarios, but I'm placing my bets on the other two lords. It's going to be Rival Chaos. Probably, yeah. Skelly Man, Rat Man, and Chaos Man. Mommy never really is coming to. Oh, mommy. Oh, what kind of bird is that, dude? You, it better be a blue one. I hate to say it. I hate to disappoint you, but it's a red one. This is supposed to be a phoenix. It's from the Dungeons and Lasers set, which is basically relatively cheap plastic miniatures for, well, kind of like TTRPGs. They're relatively cheap compared to like Warhammer or anything like that. Oh. No Siege, disappointing. Not every bird is blue, you know. Unfortunately. Unfortunately for you. A fun fact, a Zinj Phoenix is just a Helldrake. Yeah, those big flying motherfuckers. Aren't those part machine as well? I thought they were like kind of like demon engines, that kind of thing. Some of these components are really finicky, as you can see. This stuff bends quite a bit, so I don't want to put a lot of force on it. I really do need to get in there with the base and color, otherwise... Ooh. Yeah, this is a bit difficult for me to do right here. Something like that. And then a bit on the outside as well. As he says in 40k, yes, in fantasy they are more like an armored blue phoenix. Oh, I see. Speaking of armor, this guy right here actually all has like armor on him as well, on his like face, chest, and his like wings, but I'm planning on painting those separately. I've also primed those armor pieces. Fun fact, this kit literally has you slapping armor on your Phoenix. But first, I need to make sure so I think the music might be still a little bit too loud. Alright, there we go. Is it? Oh, I thought it was. I don't find it loud. Ah, I see, I see. Nice. Well, yeah, I was just a bit worried that I would still be audible over the music. Oh, of course, because I think I've also tuned down the desktop volume in my streaming software, so that way you would for sure hear me better. You're very audible, you nerd. I am indeed a big nerd. I'm the nerdiest dragon on the planet. Find me one that is nerdier. You cannot do it. Impossible. I am the one that has all the useless knowledge about all sorts of fictional universes. I'm the one that paints minis, plays board games, and plays the occasional card game. Oh man, why did I turn this into a nerdiness competition? But anyway, I do think I'm almost done with the black. And then I can just slap on some dark reds and start going from there. I'm interested to see how they're gonna introduce the narrative to the already existing characters in Total War, because they want to do it apparently. Like, oh, what? More lore? More campaign lore? Or what is it even that they're planning? Like characters talking to each other or what? Not that there's like a high amount of that in an average Warhammer campaign. Say the end time events happen if you don't play Nagash, how does your lore get involved? Ah, I see. Like that. I see, I see. Yeah, yes, that would be interesting if they added like unique events for at least the various factions. Maybe even like individual lords. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? The future is unpredictable. All right. Go. Alright, something like this. Then we can clean this off. Like, say you go completely on the whole opposite of the land and the gash goes. F it. Yup. Yeah, how the various factions will react to that stuff. Yes. Also in the trailer they made a fun nod towards Citra. To quote him, Citra does not serve and then gets fucking killed by Nagash. Oof. Bro will not serve. Bro got killed. Oof, my boy. Not my boy, Cetra. My man, my boy, Cetra. Alright. Just a little bit more black into some problem areas that I'm spotting. Oh. Those problem areas will keep growing if I keep knocking over my miniature. But something like, where did I see it? Right there. Bro is OP, the only undead that disobeyed the king of the undead. Indeed. Big oof. My boy deserves better. When it comes to characters like being like killed in like the canon, like being killed off, it always reminds me of this time when like me and a friend were like still playing Magic the Gathering, and like at the time Magic was having its own like, how do I put it, like Avengers Endgame with like Nicol Bolas on Ravnica, and my friend had a poster of like one of the characters, a Planeswalker, in his room, and he's like, oh yeah, I think this character is awesome. And then like the very next set that comes out, that character, like there's a card printed where that character like is shown getting massacred by the main villain. And I'm like, well, you can take down your poster now. Oh, big rip. Big rip to Domri, the Planeswalker. You were there for a whole, I don't know, 2 sets or something, I think. I don't even know anymore. As he says, like, honestly, everyone tends to take Cetra as a joke about heroes do not serve. He does not serve. Oh, the canon end times is BS. Yeah, they like literally just kill off the entire setting just to make Age of Sigmar. Oh. And now, yeah, now they're doing like old Warhammer Fantasy with the miniatures as well. They're literally going back to the old setting. I wonder why. Alright. Burb. Now, if I take Burb and start putting some red on him, let's put that base to the side for here now. It's a pretty big miniature, like its wingspan is wider than the biggest miniature that I have, which is like a Baphomet, which is sitting on my shelf. Also from Donjon and Dragon. Some red. I got myself some Mephiston. Right? graphic. Ah, I should have... Never mind, I should have used the darker red. There's one red that I have that is darker, which I should have picked. Here we go, corn red. Oh man, my painting jug is like my mug of death is looking like a fucking bloodbath now instead of like a instead of the normal like brown black color it has. Anyone fancy like whatever the fuck this is? Nom 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 nom. They when people want space marine, so let's combine old lore with freak. Yeah, like, oh my fucking god, the fucking Stormcast Eternals. Poor old Stormcast Eternals. We know it will sell, and then the people, but if I would be, like, the change turned on them. Yeah. I mean, the end times was so badly handled as well, and like, they literally like killed off the entire like super iconic setting, and then I don't know. I looked over the new mini range, like the Age of Sigmar mini range, and it's like the cities of Sigmar and the Onif Deepkin and like 3 different factions of like vampires, undead, and it's kind of like. Yeah, and the rats, of course. The rats also exist. It's literally like it's almost as if they made like their own knockoffs. Like we have our old fantasy setting at home, and they point to fucking Age of Sigmar. That honestly, it gave me that kind of vibe. That kind of like, yes, this is the old setting, but I don't know. Well, even less of a like coherent identity. Oh man. Yeah, lizards too. They literally like all of the races are there, and then it's like, oh, but these aren't the lizardmen. These are like some other faction name. Oh, these aren't like these aren't the high elves, we're calling them different now. Oh. Anyway, let's start with slapping on some red on here, on the tips right here. Continue a trend roughly over here, over all of the feathers and everything, as well as the beginning of the flames here. Don't worry, we're gonna add in a lot of more brighter colors later as well. Bit down here as well. High elves are high elves are completely gone. I forgot. Yeah, like the OG high elves just poof. Oh man. In Sigmar, like, yeah, in Age of Sigmar, you've got Wood Elves and Sea Elves, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, you got the Ionif Deepkin, right? Those are also Elves, and, Wood Elves. Ulfan sank in the end times, legit just drowned. Oh, is that the whole reason, like, we have sea elves now in Age of Sigmar instead of high elves. I didn't even fucking make that connection. God, I couldn't be bothered to look up a lot about Age of Sigmar. Oh man. Wow. Knowledge. I have been blessed with knowledge. Alright, let's add a whole bunch of raid to our boy. The painting of this is probably... painting the feathers individually is going to be probably the biggest pain in the ass of this, but just doing this, like just laying down the ground colors, is actually turning out to be a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. But we'll see where things go from here. Because we need to do a little bit of red here. Up. Oh, the Deepkin are the elves of Ulfon, yeah. Oh, poor elves. What happened to the dwarves, actually? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, there's the fucking... What are they called in Age of Sigmar? Instead of looking like regular dwarves, they look like kind of like steampunk dwarves with their like fucking metallic balloons and shit. Something overlords. Dwarves just joined the cities of Sigmar. Yeah, that's also one thing I don't understand. What's this whole grouping of like the cities of Sigmar? Who falls under that? Because at one point I was looking like in a store, and under Cities of Sigmar I even saw like some fucking pretty like the dark elves, or like like some sort of like Medusa sisterhood or something that like apparently fell under the Cities of Sigmar, and I was like, what? So the dwarves do not even have their own army? Oof. You are not a faction anymore. Rip. That sucks. That's a lot. That turned out a bit brighter than I expected, but that's fine. Just need to get a lot of red in. Over here as well on its front and like its legs. There we go. All humans, Kislev, Bretonia, Empire, Cafe, Snakehold, a bit of dwarves. They're all part of the Cities of Sigmar. Oh, I'm wrong, they turned into two different factions. Oh. What are those? Yeah, this just goes to show how memorable that whole setting is. One is pure Slayers and only Slayers, and the other is the Caradon The Caradron Overlord airship dwarves. Yeah, right. That's such a stupid distinction as well. Like, the Slayers are now, like, separate from everyone in their own thing. I don't know, it kind of... this is probably, like... me speaking from, like, having no, like, real experience with Age of Sigmar, but, like... just kind of feels wrong to just pull out, like, the Slayers, which are a part of the Dwarves, and go like, oh yeah, you're your own faction now, have fun. Oh man. But yeah, big oof. Well, let's see if I can... get a lot of red in. Because I do think that's one of the starting steps to all of this. Get a lot of red in, and then orange above that. Probably a whole lot of orange. Oh, do you want to see the angry bush drop? Oh, the tree man. Is he angry? Gonna do a little bit more red here. Oh, the tiny... oh, yeah. Oh, that one, yeah. I forgot what she was called, but yeah, that, small tree that, like, hates elves and pretty much all mortals, right? Evil, angry spirits. Or, like, not evil, but, like, angry. They're angry. Right. Facehurt says, "Why are you up so late? Hello, Facehurt. How are you doing?" I don't know. Why am I so up so late? I decided to paint a mini, and I got sidetracked a little by some other business I had to do today. But it's fine. Oh, as he says, yeah, the wheels all turn into spirits of the forest. Oh, damn. Man, Age of Sigmar is such a wonderful setting. Totally not about as forgettable as can be. Compared to, like, the old Warhammer Fantasy setting. Facehurt says, "Send soft punch." Oh, don't punch me. I do not want to be punched. Why are you punching me? Ow. It's only 11 PM. Yeah, it's only 11 PM. Facehurt. Isn't that like a very early time? Sorry, unpunches. How do you unpunch someone? Do you just cast healing on them? I unpunch you by, I don't know, man. I unpunch you by, applying bandages or something. That's how it works, right? It was a soft fumo punch, so I can take backsies. Ah, takesy backsies. Oh, do you want to do a takesy backsy on that punch? Oh my god. I'm unpunched. Yay. Since it didn't hurt in the first place, I can take it back. Ah, okay, so if it physically doesn't hurt, then it's okay. I see how it is. As he says, oh, the Chaos Dwarves apparently turned to full chaos and became stone now. Rip. They're golems. Become golem. Facerate says, so how do I voice train? Oh, you wanna do voice training? Oh, I saw you were. Yeah, I wanted to. I don't know, I think I wanted to do that. Yeah, it's... I don't know. It's always been at the back of my mind where I'm like, oh, if only I sounded like a little bit like softer, then my voice would fit my persona a bit more, and then I would be showered with subscribers. I'm kidding. Hazy says, okay, more lore. So the Dark Elves in the cities of Sigma are Dark Elves that have not turned to Cain. I see. They're doing something else instead. They're having a good time. A good old time is what they're having. Are you having a good time, Facerate? How was your day, Ben? Alright, let me slap some on here. Oh, it's a lot of raid. Oh, oh. There we go. And all the way down the back here. And then a little bit of the tips right here. There we go. I need to add a whole lot more red in here and here and down here. Down here as well. After we add that red, we can probably move on to orange, and after orange, do a similar thing with like yellow. Then maybe at the end I will have to go in with black again for some specific parts. Black and yellow for like details. Maybe a bit of orange. Facer says it's really good. Arbor drew me a picture of when it's Peem. You mean peak? Oh. Where is Arbor? Oh. The Fred. Oh my god. The Freddy. Look at that. So cute. Amazing. So clean too as well. When it comes to their art. Like really clean line art. That coloring. That's always so beautiful. Very good looking. Perhaps I should ask Arbor if they're willing to mentor me. Oh yeah, Arbor is epic. W2F sees face rate. Hell yeah. I'ma save the Fred to my personal folder. Okay, that's it. Okay, hear me out. I have a folder on my computer. It's basically just me taking art that I like from Twitter and just putting it into a folder as inspiration. Oh, Freddy gets to be part of the collection. Hezzy says, wait, Teclis alive in Age of Sigmar? You know what, I will not ask because Sigmar lore is BS because it ignores their own starting lore that is the end times. Yeah, it's so... It feels so disconnected from, like, the rest of the Warhammer. Like, I thought that the whole, like, end times, like, that at one point Games Workshop went like, oh yeah, this is not canon anymore. I don't know. I don't know, man. We just gotta agree that Age of Sigmar is its own world, its own thing, yes. Flush emoji. Man. When does the Freddy get a smooch? When do you draw Freddy, when do you draw Freddy getting hugs? She deserves all the hugs. Never she's a hug cell. First she was a fumo cell, now she's a hug cell. What kind of cell isn't she? Explain. Oh my god, poor Freddy. You've made it canon that she's just literally unable to, like, do any normie stuff. Oh, it kind of reminds me of, like, Have you ever seen, like, recreators? Like, it's basically an anime where the plot is basically like, oh, what if certain characters of, like, manga artists and, like, authors became real? And one of the characters is, like, a knight in a war-torn world, and then that character just goes to confront their creator, like, why did you make me go through all of this shit? Do you think Freddy would do that to you? Oh. Oh yeah, she would be sieving, molding, coping even. Damn. Poor Freddy. I feel sorry for the Fred. She deserves a hug though. Even if she doesn't want to. What kind of intimacy would she be okay with? Or like any human contact at all. You, human contact. You, other fleshy beings. I was joking, you can hug her. Let's go. Big hug. Fumo hug. Yee. Hugging is very good for releasing serotonin, I think. I hugged you at IRL. Oh yeah, you did. Oh my god. I cannot believe you were taller than me. How dare people be tall? People chat. Chad, do you like people? Simple, just be taller. I like people, I like you. You is people. Oh damn, yeah, I forgot. I am people. Oh man. Big big brain. Big knowledge. No, I hate people, says Facer. Damn, imagine dealing with people. Oh, if you hate people, I hope you don't have to deal with people every day on like your job or something. That would suck. Oh, just become I don't know, a truck driver or something. Or what other job is there where you have to, like, deal with 0 people? Alright. Then I have to put a lot more red over the rest of the bird. Oh man, I got it on my fingers. Alright, there we go. Razzie says Ryu is free kobolds in the trench coat. I'm not, but I do have a miniature that's free kobolds in the trench coat, actually. You want to see it? Like, legit though, it's like literally just three little guys in a trench coat, and they have a crossbow. It's pretty funny. Saw it at like a local store. Grabbed it right away because it looked funny. Alright. Get a lot of red in on all of this on the side. Also, a fun thing is... I've given, like, painting workshops at, like, my local board game store. And they also have, like, a big Tarrasque from, like, Dungeons and Lasers. And at one point, the store owner was like, oh, if you want to paint miniatures, how about you paint this Tarrasque for us? And I was just like, sure, just give me the fucking Tarrasque. And I'll paint it for you. And he's like, I'll have to think about it. And I think like last Friday he told me like, yeah, you can paint one for us. I'll get you one. Oh, it's free real estate when it comes to painting anyway. The mall is going to be in the store, but still, I get to have fun with painting it. To be honest, that's what I do a lot of this for, because it's simply enjoyable to paint these things, in my honest opinion. Like, some people, you see this with a lot of people in, like, who do, like, wargaming with Warhammer, or any sort of miniature game, really. And you clearly have, like, the people who just want to play the game and don't really care about assembling and painting their minis, and then it's just like an army of gray. And you have the people who are more interested in like painting and assembling the minis, and that's probably me at this point. Oops. You get negative points for gray now? You mean in Warhammer? I didn't even know that. I thought, like, I remember there being, like, that you got, like, additional points for having a well-painted army, but I didn't know that, like, you literally got minus points for just coming with, like, gray plastic. Meta players in TTRPGs are cringe. Oh, let me build my, let me bring out my Warlock. What was that combination? Sorcerer, Warlock, multi-class? It is pretty OP. Facer said, although I would be meta. Damn. Are you one of those kinds of people that would be like, what's the current meta like? Let me copy that. I used to see a lot of that when I was still playing Magic the Gathering actively. At like a local board or like card game store in this case. They had some board games, but they weren't really like in the board game business as much as the current store that I'm at now. Alright, let's get a good amount of red in. Fumo metas around. What is the Fumo meta? Can you tell me, Facer? What is the meta when it comes to the most adorable Fumos? Is there one? Oh man, that... Yeah, I didn't water my... what's it called? I didn't water my wet palette enough, and now the paper is drying up, but it's going to be alright. I can still find ways to get my paint on there. Fumo. Oh man, I don't really have like a Fumo yet. I do have plushies, but not like like a Fumo is classified as the one like having that particular kind of face, right? Like the eyes and the mouth. So I do need to think... I do need to get some of that. I need to get in on the action. I need to get in on the Fumo action. When is the official Freddy Fumo coming out? Maybe I should make my own Fumo. Fumos around. Alright. Let me get this color onto its, well, mane. It wouldn't be a mane, it's flames coming out of its head. Head flames. Yeah, that's what I'll call them. Let's get a lot of red on there as well. And I also need to add a bunch of red on like the front of the wings here. And we're getting to a point where we have a pretty good amount of red, and then I can maybe start slapping on some orange. Maybe not immediately like jump to orange, but I think I'm gonna do this lighter red first, then combine that lighter red with orange, then do the pure orange, and then start going in with actual yellow, and then the brightest yellow that I have as like a highlight. I think that is the plan for this bird. Getting a good amount of red in. Fumos around in space. Put some more red on here. All right. Oh man, I totally forgot to talk about plans. Plans that I have. Oh, yeah. 3D model coming soon. And then I want to get like a nice like 3D room and maybe like in VR chat. And then just do streams from there, basically just moving around. Having a good time. And like maybe even doing things like bringing up like videos or like just doing like chatting streams in that environment, and like having like a screen to bring up videos on, or like maybe even like an atmospheric like chill place to like sit and basically do just like talking for like YouTube videos. Man, I almost wanted to do like a video on the whole like Zentrea thing, but I don't know, I don't want to become like a drama tuber. Ugh. No thank you. I'm just gonna criticize bad board games. For real though. I still cannot get over the fact that I got almost like pretty much tricked at my local board gaming store into buying what is essentially like, I don't know why you would even do it like that, but it essentially tries to be like first like somebody like it's not even a board game, it's a card game that introduces you to the concept of making a character for like a TTRPG or something. Like, oh, choose your emotions, choose this or that, choose your class, and at the end it's all AI generated cards, or like art on the cards, like AI generated art on the cards. And then at the end they make you go to like their own website to like generate your own hero, quote unquote. And I'm like, for who is this? Like, if you're really like, if you really want to create like a character and you've never done it before, just, I don't know, have somebody more experienced walk you through like Dungeons and Dragons character creation or something instead of this. But I don't know, I think it was also more aimed at like kids. Even then though, like, literally just explaining it would probably be better than pay like 28 euros for whatever the fuck I just got. Ugh. I don't know, I'm just kind of venting. As he says, yeah, I basically want to get like a custom-made Ryuna room for like VR chat or something. I think that could be pretty cool. Especially like if I had like a little place to sit and just like I said, record from. I think that would work out pretty great. And I would be using the 3D model a lot, which is my goal, to be honest. I want to pretty much use the 3D model as much as I can. Maybe I could even just do workout streams or something. Oh. Every 100 bits is 10 extra push-ups. Oh. And then somebody donates 1,000 bits and you instantly die. Oh, just kidding. But I do think there's a lot of fun things you could do with a 3D model. Let's get some more red on here. There's some nooks and crannies where some gray is still showing through. I'll fix that later as well. Hello, Lutilius. How are you doing on this fine evening? How is your week going? I'm painting a bird, as you can see. Cacao. Cacao. Wah. Yeah, I'm just in the process of slapping a whole bunch of red on it and then progressively turning it into a phoenix like it should be. Yeah. MOK took a selection exam for a civil job for the army on Monday. Ah, I see. Hopefully it went okay for you. We'll learn this month if I got to go to the next round. I see. Did they make you do some tests? Some cognitive tests or something? Reminds me of the time I applied to become an air traffic controller. Yeah, I say cognitive because, like I said, I went through some tests and then it was like, oh, they kind of like tested like your spatial awareness, like a lot of other cognitive abilities. I didn't get to I didn't get to go to the next round. Otherwise, I would be an air traffic controller, which I'm not. Oh. First part was to write an essay about one of 3 topics. Oh, I see. Hell yeah, essay writing. Let's fucking go. I chose one about AI. Oh god. AI bag. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot to be said on the topic. And I do think a lot of... I do think the economy in general is like... overestimating the hype for it. And a lot of things are apparently riding on it. I try to be neutral. Oh, that must have been hard for you. What were the other topics that you could choose? I want to see the AI bubble burst. Yeah, it's... I don't know. Because now we lost even one of the big free RAM suppliers to AI. What RAM suppliers? Which one? I might be a bit unaware about this. Whoa. Forgot the name. Tends to happen. That tends to happen to me too. I forgot. Let's slap some red on you. Here we go. There we go, that's a lot of red. And like the wings and everything. What color should I make the eyes? Probably some sort of really bright orange. They said that they'll only sell their RAM to AI companies. Ah, yes, the supply chains are realigning towards this new opportunity or some shit like that. One topic was about compulsory military service. The other social media. Ah, yes, the big topics. The other big topics of today. A lot of, to be honest, a lot of people are talking about like, oh, we should ban social media for kids, and I do agree that you don't want to put them on there like too early, but you know what you really should ban for kids? Like the McDonald's app, the Burger King app, the KFC app. I think that is... I'm more biased as a professional who is interested in the health and fitness of other individuals. But for real though, like, or like the Domino's app or shit like that, they should ban that for kids. Oh, when it comes to compulsory military service, like, you hear the idea of floated a lot by pretty much a lot of countries around here, mine as well, but it's funny. It's funny, the government, when you turn 18, the government here sends you a letter basically going like, hey, military service is a thing, but we're not calling anybody up. If the situation changes, however, you can still be called up. Well, they don't state it directly like that, but they do send you a letter informing you that you have become of the ripe age. News topic crucial is shutting down because Micron wants to sell its RAM and SSDs to AI companies instead. Oof. Big rip. All of the chips. It's all about the chips. Mason. I don't know. It's all about chips and computers. Alright, let's put some more red in here. This is a pretty big mini, so it is indeed taking quite a bit of time to apply colors. Man, this bird is big though. Rutilli says, I like the way Austria does it. Do a year of military service or care for the elderly and whatnot. Ah, yes. Sounds like a good option. Indeed, indeed. Like, you can either shoot people, learn how to shoot people, or learn how to care for people. What is your choice? What do you want to learn, young man? But yeah, it's... I don't know, I think it would be... Like, unironically, it would be pretty good for people to learn a bit of discipline. Oh. That's just my biased thinking, though, but some people could do with a bit of proper training, military training, but then again, you don't want to turn the military into basically, like, into the, like, the place where all the kids get dumped. On the other hand, because over here, like, the military doesn't even have the capacity to, like, take in a ton of people. Like, they were talking about, like, oh, we need to go to 100,000 people. And, like, they're recruiting and everything, but, like, they've pretty much admitted, like, yeah, we don't even have, like, the training staff to train people fast enough for, like, to attain this number. Well, that tends to happen if the military is the one thing that gets, like, budget cuts for like 3 decades straight. It is pretty funny though, like a decade ago everybody was still being like, "Oh, military spending, what do we need that for?" All the politicians as well. Like a lot of politicians were really super proud, like, "Oh yeah, I did a 30 million budget cut on the Ministry of Defense." That was the popular thing to do back then. Lutavia says, my former trainer in security was kicked out when he turned 18, then went to the army because he didn't know what to do. Spent 12 years there and became an officer. Damn, that's a tough life. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a rough life your trainer must have lived. Holy shit. Imagine nowadays, like, parents kicking out their kid at the age of 18. Holy shit. Where do you even live? Alright, I do think I've gotten in a good amount of raid. And now we can move on to the brighter raid. Let's fucking go. It's because people believe we live in a rules-based world now. Yeah, we don't. But you're gonna bounce? Alright, have a good night. I'll see you around, Lutivius. Have a good sleep. Have a good rest. Be well rested, and I'll see you around. Probably gonna stream this weekend again, hopefully. This Saturday. And maybe we can play Vermintide together someday. Would be cool. But yeah, have a good one. Good night. Alright, I'm gonna do some highlighting already on the wing right here with this brighter red. So in like this. Right, that's quite bright already compared to the dark black and red. Ooh, yeah. This is really gonna stand out. Alright, there we go. Alright, get a lot of this red in. Let's continue with this raid. The Feast on raid. That's what this one is. And let's do a bit on the front as well. Let's see, we need to catch all of the raised edges pretty much. Over here. And on the wings as well. And then these ones in particular. I just need to slap a whole bunch of this red all over all of the raised edges, I think. And a bit over the face as well. Top of the head. And then over here. Alright, let's put some more attention to the head. That's where a lot of the focus is gonna be for people when it comes to looking at the miniature. Alrighty. Oh. Okay, very good. I'm gonna try an orange wash like this and see, or like, it says it's a shade, but I'm gonna see if this Cassandra yellow is gonna work out well for us in regards to like these areas on the mini all over. Yeah, just as I feared, the Cassandra yellow is, it has too dark of a background. I would probably need to have some sort of lighter underground. I do think I can start working towards that. For the inside of the mouth, I would still give it like my classic creature treatment, as I would call it, like just a fleshy kind of tongue. I do think a lot of the miniature should be coated in orange. Well, selectively, let's see how this is going to work out. We need to be a bit more selective with our orange. I think I'm going to use this Geek Pro Shade Brush. This one right here. And let's see. Do we immediately want to raw dog it with like the full orange, or do I want to mix it in with red? I think I should do a 1-to-1 ratio of like Feastorm and Troll Slayer. See if that would work. Let's take the other brush for that. It's kind of awkward. I don't have like tons of space here to work with. So I have to maneuver in a more tight space than I'm used to. But we'll make do. Put some red down. Take some orange. A big glob of orange. And start mixing in a bit of red. And then we take this color, let's start applying it to the top rung feathers over here. And to all of the highlighted like lightning flashes, or like flame thingies. And then a bit over here as well. All right. And get some more on the head as well. And then start going along here again. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I probably should leave the tips of those flames like black. Now that I think about it. Oh well, we can always put in more black later. And we can also do this row of feathers. Soon this phoenix will shine bright. red over here on the highlight, as a highlight for this area. Very nice. Well, the detail is always a bit... like, how it actually looks in real life is always hard to see on the camera. Well, especially on a webcam like this quality, but trust me, it's already starting to look pretty nice. Alright. Maybe I ought to just go on and maybe just use pure orange. But I do think I can also just take a bunch of this red, mix in some water, make it flow, and especially in these troublesome areas over here where I'm having a lot of difficulty reach, I can probably get a lot of the color in that way easily. Kind of like this. Get some more water, make it flow, and make the paint flow a bit. Normally, this is kind of like the opposite of what you would want to do, especially when you're doing like any sort of dry brushing that I just did. You want things to be as dry as possible, but sometimes you just want your paint to flow into all of the small little areas that you can't really get into all that well. Alright, let me see. Yes, that's looking pretty decent. And I need more paint. Mix it in with a bit of water and get it into those hard to reach areas. There we go. Hopefully I haven't been mangling some of these plastic parts that I've been grabbing onto too hard. It's a big bird with big surface area. Ah, yes. But we are getting somewhere. Alright. Alright. Yes, let's use the orange. I'm just gonna see how this looks. Hopefully this doesn't go over too bad. It's gonna be pure orange. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I do think this is a lot of the color that we want to go for in this. Oh, there's still so much work to be done. So much to do, so little time. If I can just probably just start painting over all of these areas like this. something like a bit of highlighting here and there. Especially, okay, so pretty much, oh, that's a lot of orange. But yeah, we kind of want to have a lot of it here on the tips, pretty much. Something like that. And we're adding a whole bunch of orange down here. There we go. Alright. Gotta add in a ton of orange now everywhere. Kind of like this. Spreading a good amount of orange over the wings here. I'm literally just still in the process of just applying base colors at this point, pretty much. Alright. Then we do something like this. Whoop. Spreading out that color. We need a lot of the surfaces to reflect that orange phoenix color. Alright, looking pretty good. There we go. I should apply more and more orange everywhere. And once I'm done with that, I should go in with yellow. And we're gonna get real bright. I'm really just taking off huge chips of paint with my gloves, I think. I should be more careful. Like touching areas that I've painted. And let's get some orange all over these. Alright, getting a good amount more orange on all of the front and raised areas. Time to add a whole bunch more orange to this. More orange is required. Alright. Let me see, I do think we're getting to a good point. Alright. Oh, I forgot a lot of paint over here, damn. Holy shit. A lot of paint spilled over, I think. We're getting a good amount of orange in. I think I might start going in with yellow a bit. Kind of depends. Here. Spread out any paint blobs you might find. Those are generally undesirable. Any accumulations or blobs of paint. Big no-no. 2 thin coats. That's the motto, usually, but, you know, it always turns out to be either more or less than 2, usually. When it comes to properly coating a miniature in a specific kind of color. Nice amount of orange. Okay, very good. Very, very good. I think it's time I tried out some yellow, and then after that I'll probably call it a day for today. It's been like two hours already. I didn't plan to go on so long, but let me take some real yellow. Take some of that yellow. And slap that on, pretty much, especially at the raised edges with the flames right here. I might need to reapply some orange to the feathers. think I'm gonna call it here for today. I'll see you all next time. Ryuna out.